What separates the people who constantly move forward in life from those who remain stuck in the same place year after year? Is it talent, luck, connections, money? According to Jim Rohn, the answer is much simpler and much more challenging. It is the way you think and the actions you choose to take every single day. Most people don't fail because they are incapable. They fail because they live by default instead of design. They wake up reacting to life instead of creating it. They let distractions steal their focus, excuses weaken their discipline, and fear delay their dreams. Then one day, they look back and wonder where all the time went. But here's the truth. Your life changes the moment your thinking changes. Every result you have today, your finances, your health, your relationships, your confidence, is the visible expression of invisible choices made over time. Your thoughts become decisions. Decisions become habits. Habits become your destiny. Jim Rohn believes success is not an accident. It is something built intentionally, brick by brick. A better life does not appear overnight. It is designed through clarity, discipline, and consistent action. Imagine what could happen if you became deliberate about your future. What if instead of hoping life gets better, you started engineering improvement? What if you treated every day as an opportunity to sharpen your mind, strengthen your character, and move one step closer to your goals? That is what this message is about. In this video, you will discover 5 life-changing lessons from Jim Rohn on how intentional thinking can transform your reality and why action, not wishful thinking, is the real engine of growth. Watch until the end, because the final lesson may completely change how you approach your goals, your time, and your future. Your next level begins with a decision. Lesson 1. Your thoughts shape your direction. Jim Rohn often spoke of the set of the sail. He observed that the same wind blows on us all, the wind of opportunity, the wind of crisis, and the wind of change. Yet it is not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination, but the way you set your sail. In this metaphor, your sail is your mind. Your thoughts are the internal rudder that navigates the vast ocean of existence. Before a single brick is laid in the physical world, it must first be constructed in the architectural studio of the imagination. If you wish to change your external circumstances, you must first engage in the rigorous work of internal renovation. You cannot expect a life of abundance if your mental soil is fertilized with the seeds of scarcity and resentment. The mind is a fertile garden. It does not care what you plant, but it will faithfully return a harvest of whatever seeds you provide. The psychological mechanism at play here is focus. Your brain possesses a filtering system known as the reticular activating system, RAS. When you dwell on limitations, your RAS becomes calibrated to identify every obstacle, every slight, and every reason why a plan might fail. You effectively train your subconscious to search for proof of your own inadequacy. Conversely, when you consciously pivot your focus toward opportunities and solutions, you recalibrate your mental radar. Suddenly, you begin to notice resources that were always there, but were previously invisible to your clouded vision. You start seeing doors in the very walls that previously hemmed you in. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It is the practical application of intentional perception. By changing the questions you ask yourself, moving from, "Why does this always happen to me?" to, "What can I learn from this?" you shift the entire trajectory of your cognitive processing. Guard your mind with the same intensity that a soldier guards a fortress. We live in an era of unprecedented mental pollution. We are bombarded by negative news cycles, toxic social media comparisons, and the naysaying of people who have given up on their own dreams. Jim Rohn insisted that you must be the gatekeeper of your own consciousness. Be ruthless about what you feed your intellect. Are the books you read expanding your horizons or merely helping you escape them? Are your conversations elevating your standards or justifying your mediocrity? The environments you frequent and the ideas you entertain act as the software for your life's hardware. If you allow trash to be downloaded into your mind, the output of your life will inevitably reflect that corruption. A powerful, resilient future is the byproduct of powerful, resilient thoughts, nurtured in the quiet moments of self-reflection. Ultimately, your philosophy determines your attitude, and your attitude determines your actions. If your philosophy is grounded in the belief that the world is a place of endless possibility, your attitude will be one of curiosity and courage. This internal state naturally leads to proactive decision-making. Every major achievement in human history, from the landing on the moon to the creation of the internet, existed as a thought before it was a reality. You are the architect of your own mental landscape. By taking ownership of your thoughts, you cease to be a victim of the wind and become the master of your sail. It is a daily, hourly discipline to redirect your mind toward the light of growth, but it is the only path to true liberation. Lesson 2. Goals give energy to life. A life without goals is like a ship without a compass, drifting aimlessly in a vast sea. You might be moving, you might even be working hard, but without a destination, you are merely burning fuel. Jim Rohn believed that goals are the magnetic north of the human spirit. They provide the necessary tension between where you are and where you want to be. This tension is not a source of stress, but a source of vital energy. When you have a clear, compelling why, the how begins to reveal itself. Goals transform the mundane into the meaningful. They turn a job into a mission and a chore into a milestone. Without this target, the human psyche tends to default to the path of least resistance, leading to a life of quiet desperation and untapped potential. One of the greatest tragedies of the modern age is active stagnation, the state of being incredibly busy while making zero progress toward a significant destination. Movement is often mistaken for achievement, but running on a treadmill gets you nowhere. To move from activity to accomplishment, you must define exactly what success looks like for you. Jim Rohn advocated for the list of 100, urging people to write down everything they wanted to do, be, or have. The act of writing is transformative. It moves a vague wish from the ethereal realm of the mind into the physical reality of ink and paper. When you write a goal, you are making a contract with yourself. You are telling your subconscious mind that this specific outcome is a priority, which triggers a heightened state of awareness and resourcefulness. Specificity is the language of success. Vague goals like, I want to be happy, or I want to be rich, lack the hooks necessary to grab hold of your daily actions. You must define the parameters. How much money? By what date? In what capacity? What does your health look like in terms of weight, energy levels, or athletic capability? What does a thriving relationship feel like? When your goals are sharp and vivid, they act as a filter for your time. They give you the courage to say no to distractions that don't serve your ultimate vision. In the absence of clear goals, you will inevitably be swept up in the goals of others, becoming a bit player in someone else's drama instead of the director of your own. Furthermore, goals provide the urgency required to overcome procrastination. When you have a deadline, the future feels real and pressing. This urgency creates a healthy discontent with the status quo. It forces you to grow, to stretch, and to develop capacities you didn't know you possessed. Even if you don't hit every goal exactly as planned, the process of striving toward them changes you. The value of a goal is not just in the trophy at the end, but in the person you become while pursuing it. You learn discipline, resilience, and focus. You learn how to navigate setbacks and how to celebrate small wins. In the end, your goals are the scaffolding upon which you build a life of purpose and power. Lesson 3. Small disciplines create massive results. Success is not a lightning bolt. It is a slow-motion sunrise. We often look at the overnight success and ignore the decade of disciplined preparation that preceded it. Jim Rohn's philosophy of small disciplines is grounded in the law of sowing and reaping. He taught that success is simply a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. The difference between the two is often invisible in the short term. If you eat a candy bar today, you don't wake up tomorrow with a heart condition. If you read 10 pages of a life-changing book today, you don't wake up tomorrow as a philosopher. Because the results are delayed, most people abandon their disciplines or never start them at all. The magic of small disciplines lies in the power of compounding. Just as financial interest grows exponentially over time, so do the returns on your daily habits. Reading 10 pages a day adds up to 3,650 pages a year, roughly 12 to 15 books that your competition isn't reading. In 5 years, that's a library of knowledge that places you in the top 1% of your field. The same applies to health and finance. Saving a small percentage of your income seems negligible when the balance is low, but over 20 years that consistency builds a fortress of financial security. We must learn to value the boring work of the daily grind, recognizing that these micro-actions are the tectonic plates of our destiny, shifting slowly but surely toward a new landscape. However, there is a dark side to this principle: the drift of neglect. Neglect is like a slow leak in a tire. You don't notice it until you're stranded on the side of the road. One missed workout, one day of eating poorly, or one day of skipping your professional development feels inconsequential. But when these small neglects are repeated daily, they compound into a catastrophe. Failure doesn't usually happen in one cataclysmic event. It is the cumulative result of 1,000 tiny compromises. You don't lose your health in a day. You lose it through a year of choosing the couch over the gym. You don't lose your marriage in a day. You lose it through 1,000 instances of ignoring your partner's needs. The subtlety of neglect is what makes it so dangerous. To master this lesson, one must embrace the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, while regret weighs tons. Choosing to perform your small disciplines requires a conscious exertion of will, especially when you don't feel like it. But this exertion builds character. It reinforces the image of yourself as someone who keeps their promises. When you consistently show up for yourself in small ways, you build an unshakable foundation of self-trust. You begin to realize that you are in control of your trajectory. Success, therefore, is not a matter of luck or genius. It is a matter of choosing your disciplines wisely and sticking to them with relentless consistency until the harvest arrives. Lesson 4. Action defeats fear. Fear is a master illusionist. It creates monsters in the shadows of our uncertainty that often disappear the moment we turn on the light of action. Many people live in a state of perpetual preparation, convinced that if they just read one more book, attend one more seminar, or wait for the perfect economic climate, their fear will vanish. But fear is not a lack of information. It is a physiological response to the unknown. Jim Rohn taught that the only way to shrink fear is to move toward it. While hesitation provides the oxygen that fear needs to grow into a paralyzing fire, action acts as a fire extinguisher. The moment you take a step, your brain shifts from threat detection to problem solving, and the fear begins to dissipate. Confidence is an after effect, not a prerequisite. We often wait to feel confident before we start a project, speak in public, or launch a business. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of how human psychology works. Confidence is built on the evidence of past successes, which can only be obtained through action. When you start before you are ready, you are essentially telling your fear that it doesn't get to drive the car. Each small action, making that difficult phone call, hitting send on a proposal, or showing up for a new class, serves as a vote for the new version of yourself. Over time, these votes accumulate into a robust sense of self-efficacy that no amount of theorizing could ever produce. Clarity is another byproduct of motion. We often sit in a state of analysis paralysis, trying to map out every single step of a 10-year plan before taking the first one. This is impossible because the world is dynamic and unpredictable. You cannot see the second mile until you have walked the first. Action provides real-world feedback that information alone cannot offer. When you launch a project and it fails, you gain data that allows you to pivot. If you stay in your head, you gain nothing but anxiety. Momentum is a powerful force. Once you are in motion, it takes less energy to keep going and to change direction. It is the stationary object that requires the greatest effort to move. Therefore, the cure for uncertainty is not more thinking, but more doing. Ultimately, the cost of inaction is far higher than the cost of making a mistake. Mistakes can be corrected. They are simply lessons in disguise. But the time lost to hesitation can never be recovered. Jim Rohn's call to action is a call to live life fully and bravely. It is a reminder that the world belongs to those who show up and engage. Whether you feel prepared or not is irrelevant. The requirements for progress remain the same. Take the course. Write the first chapter. Ask for the promotion. By engaging with the world through action, you transform yourself from a passive observer into an active creator. You discover that you are far more capable than your fears ever allowed you to believe. Lesson 5. Personal growth must become a lifestyle. The most profound realization in the Jim Rohn philosophy is that your life's harvest is directly proportional to your personal development. He famously challenged his students to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. This sounds counterintuitive in a culture that prizes hustle and long hours at the office. However, if you only work on your job, you can make a living. If you work on yourself, you can make a fortune. Your income, your relationships, and your impact are all shadows cast by your internal character. If you want the shadow to grow, you must grow the object casting it. Success is not something you pursue. It is something you attract by the person you become. Personal growth is the process of expanding your container. If you have a $1 container of character and skill, and the universe tries to pour $1 million of opportunity into it, $999,999 will simply spill over the sides and go to waste. This is why many people who win the lottery lose it all within a few years. Their internal container was not large enough to hold the external wealth. To sustain high levels of success, you must constantly upgrade your operating system. This involves developing emotional intelligence, refining your communication skills, mastering self-discipline, and cultivating a sophisticated worldview. You must become a student of life, perpetually curious and willing to shed old versions of yourself to make room for the new. This journey of growth requires a diversified investment portfolio in the self. You must read widely, not just in your technical field, but in philosophy, history, and psychology, to understand the human condition. You must seek out mentors who have already walked the path you desire, as their insights can save you years of trial and error. You must also embrace the classroom of experience, reflecting deeply on your failures and successes to extract the wisdom within them. Growth is often uncomfortable. It requires facing your flaws and acknowledging your ignorance. Yet this discomfort is the growing pains of a soul that refuses to settle for mediocrity. It is the price of admission for a life of extraordinary meaning. In the final analysis, the person you become is the only thing you truly take with you. External markers of success, cars, houses, titles, can be taken away by economic shifts or misfortune. But your skills, your character, your wisdom, and your resilience are yours forever. They constitute an internal capital that can be used to rebuild your life from scratch if necessary. When you view growth as a lifestyle rather than a destination, you remove the ceiling from your potential. You stop asking, "What am I getting?" and start asking, "Who am I becoming?" This shift in perspective changes everything. It turns every challenge into an opportunity for refinement, and every day into a chance to be slightly better than you were yesterday. Growth is not just the means to an end, it is the most rewarding end in itself. At the heart of Jim Rohn's philosophy is a simple but transformative truth. A better life is built intentionally. Nothing changes by accident. If you continue thinking the same way, making the same choices, and repeating the same habits, your future will likely look very similar to your present. But the moment you decide to think with intention and act with purpose, everything begins to shift. Not instantly, but inevitably. Your future is not created in one giant breakthrough. It is shaped by the quiet decisions nobody sees, the books you choose to read, the habits you decide to build, the distractions you eliminate, the goals you commit to, the courage you show when fear tells you to wait. This is where real transformation begins. You do not need to become extraordinary overnight. You only need to become slightly better, slightly wiser, and slightly more disciplined than you were yesterday. That is how growth happens. One intentional thought, one meaningful action, one repeated discipline, then another, and another. Over time, those seemingly small decisions create a life that once felt impossible. So ask yourself honestly, are you living by intention or by reaction? Are you designing your future or drifting through your days? The power to change your life has always been closer than you think. It is found in your daily choices. Start today. Think differently. Act deliberately. Grow consistently. And remember this: your circumstances may not change overnight, but your direction can change in a single moment of decision. That moment can be now. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that growth is possible, success is intentional, and the future belongs to those willing to build it. Your next chapter starts with what you do today.